Hello and welcome to the draw for the new Blood Bowl League that we've set up. We have 16 teams entering the league and the format is basically 2 groups of 8. So we're going to draw now which teams are going into which of the initial groups. In those groups of 8, each team will play each other once, so there'll be 7 games total. The top 4 from each group will then go into a Champions League group, same format, 8 teams playing each other once, so 7 games to decide the winner of that. And the bottom 4 teams from each of the initial groups will go into a Europa League second group where we'll have a decider for that. And anybody who's struggled with their team, if they end up in the Europa League, they do have the option to change their team at the halfway stage. So it just stops people getting too frustrated or bored with any teams that they're struggling with. So I have printed off the 16 team names here, which I'll run through in a second. I have 16 pool balls in this sack. Which are the spots and stripes, so they're numbered 1 to 15, and the white ball is in there to represent number 16. And we'll draw 1 for each group as we go along. So the numbers for the draw are, number 1 is me, of course, with my Demons of Corn team, one of the secret teams, who are going to be called Children of the Corn. I'm expecting them to be quite feisty on a pitch, but I've not played them before. I'm not expecting them to score many touchdowns. Number 2 is Luke Cook, whose Black Hawk team is Blauckland Raiders. Number 3 is Dave McDermott, or Macca, who's Dark Elves. Number 3, Dark Star Destroyers. Number 4 is Matt Fawcett, his Skaven team, the Skitsburg Steelers. Number 5, Mark Hodgson with his High Elf team, the Paragons. Number 6 is Seb Smith, who's just won the last league we've done with his Undead team. This time he's playing Amazons, the Wakanda Warriors. Number 7 is Chris Mules, Human team, the Lannisport Lions. Number 8 is Josh Dyson, who's very bravely gone for Halflings, which are always lots of fun. Not always brilliantly effective, but always lots of fun, the Halflings. And they're called the Second Breakfast Wanderers, which is a brilliant name. Number 9 is Martin Barber, who's a new player to the league. He's taken a dwarf team who are called the Mighty Miners. Number 10 is the exalted Mick Parkin, who's one of our pros, plays lots of tournaments, so I'm expecting him to do well. He's playing with the All World Alliance team. They're called the Passendale Punters. Number 11 is Mark Clarkson. He's taken Lizardman this time, called the Komodo Comets. Number 12 is Lee Fieldsend, who's for a change taking Corn. I say for a change because they're called Corn Hub 5.0 because it's the 5th time he's taken them in the league here. Number 13 is Charlie Harrison. He's Necromantic Horror team. I think Charlie's trying to find a really competitive team. I think he fancies his chances. The Never Ending Nightmares. Number 14 is Simon Roadhouse, who came bottom of our previous league with Necromantic Horror. So he's hoping for a better run this time. He's taken Chaos Dwarf, and they're called the Fumblefink Fanatics. I nearly got that. Fumblefink Fanatics. Number 15 is Az Johnson. It's got Orcs this time. Auckland Blues. So hopefully fare a little bit better than Norse. Az kind of got a few draws, but struggled a little bit in the last league with Norse. And number 16 just jumped in to take the last spot in the available league, Dave Joblin. He's bringing vampires. I thought somebody would have had vampires sooner than that, but Dave's gone for vampires, and they're called the Tarn Bloodsuckers. Barnsley based, no doubt. So, they're the 16 teams. These are the 16 balls. I will pull one out for each group and make a quick note of them and just drop pool balls on the floor as well. So, as you can see, I'm not looking. This is the sack. I'll try and look at the camera as I do it. And then we'll pull out the numbers. So the first one is number 12. So that's the first spot in Group A, which is Lee Fieldsend. So Corn and number 1 in Group A. You see the 12. You'll see that in the camera. So this is for the first one in Group B. Again, having a root around, making sure I'm looking at the camera. No cheating. Number 3, I'm showing that the right way up because the different way up on the ball. Number 3 is Dave McDermott Macca. So his Dark Elves are number 1 in Group B. Second team's going to Group A. number 4, which is Matt Fawcett. So first opponents we know will play each other is Matt Scaven and Lee's Corner, both in Group A. Second team for Group B. It's the white ball, number 16, so that's Dave Joblin. And Dave's Vampires will be in the same group as Macca's Dark Elves. Third team for Group A. So let's make sure I tip all the balls out everywhere. Running around. Number, well, it took me a while. Number 9, which is Martin's Dwarves. So Martin's Dwarves are in Group A with Lee's Corner and Matt Scaven. Third team in Group B is number 6. So number 6 is Seb. So Seb's Amazons in Group B, and they're going to have to face some vampires and some dark elves. Sorry about that, Seb. Not really. Fourth team in Group A. If I can get down on one. Number 11, which is Mark's Lizardmen. So Mark C. So your Lizardmen in Group A. Fourth team in Group B. Digging deep. Number 14, which is Simon. So Simon's Chaos Dwarves. So the Fumblefoot Fanatics. So far, Seb's rather genteel but dodgy. Dodgy in the agility sense. Amazons have got to face Dark Elf, Vampire and Chaos Dwarf. Already looking difficult for Seb to survive those ones. Fifth team in Group A, number 5, that's Mark Hodgson's High Elves. So Mark H in with Mark C and Co in Group A. Fifth team in Group B. Number 8, Black Ball, is Josh. So Josh is halflings are in the more bashy looking group, I would say. So far, 6th team in Group A. I haven't put myself out yet, so I don't know which side I'm putting myself in. Number 15 is Az. So that's Az's Orcs. In with Khorne, Skaven, Dwarf. So I'll run back over them at the end, I'll finish this draw. 6th team in Group B. Number 7 is Chris Mules and his human team. Looking a bit more balanced, that second group now. 7th team in Group A. Number 2, which is Luke. Luke took Dark Elf last time, got off to a bad start, but got a bit better with him. This time he knows what he's doing. He's played Black Orc before, so Black Orc, he'll be a force to be reckoned with in that first group. 7th team in Group B is number 10. Still not putting myself out. Mick Parkins, so the Old World Alliance going in next to the humans there in Group B. So then I'll definitely one of these. I'm either in Group A or Group B, and I can't tell you who else is missing off the top of my head. Number 1, so I'm going in Group A. So I'll recap them both now, which leaves the last person who's not pulled Charlie, I think. Number 13, yep, Charlie. So Charlie is in Group B. So to recap, Group A, Lee and his Khorne team, Matt and his Skaven team, Martin and his Dwarf team, Mark and his High Elf team, other Mark and his Lizardmen team, Az and his Orc team, Luke and his Black Orc team, and my Demons of Khorne team. So interesting, well matched group, as is Group B. Macca's Dark Elves, Dave's Vampires, Seb's Amazons, Simon's Chaos Dwarf, Josh's Hobbits, his Halflings, Chris is humans, mixture of humans and dwarves and such with the old world, and Charlie's necromantic horror. So for us who are playing, I'll put that in the group. And for everybody else, I'm hoping to get a few of these games on the YouTube channel and actually tell the story of what goes on. The last few leagues we've done have been absolutely brilliant. I just never get around to doing the videos, so I'm going to make sure we do that. And here we are for a brilliant league. Okay, thank you very much.